Welcome to the Law Review. I'm Monty, and today we're exploring one of the most foundational elements of human civilization: law. For thousands of years, laws have shaped societies, resolved conflicts, and upheld justice. But where did it all begin? In this video, we'll journey through the fascinating origins of law. We'll uncover the role of biblical principles in early societies, examine how England's common law system transformed legal history, and trace the evolution of the US legal framework. By the end, you'll understand not only where our laws come from, but how they continue to evolve. Let's dive in. Segment 1. The biblical roots of law, the Ten Commandments, the earliest moral code. Our journey begins in the ancient world, with one of the earliest and most influential legal codes, the Ten Commandments. According to the Bible, these laws were given to Moses on Mount Sinai and served as moral guidelines for early Jewish communities. The Ten Commandments emphasized universal principles like respect for life, honesty, and property. Thou shalt not kill, thou shalt not steal, and that thou shalt not bear false witness are clear examples of how these laws aim to regulate human behavior and maintain social order. What made the Ten Commandments revolutionary was their accessibility. Unlike earlier tribal customs, they applied to everyone equally, regardless of status. This universal applicability set a precedent for the idea of fairness in law, a concept that continues to influence modern legal systems. While primarily religious, the Ten Commandments' moral foundation also shaped secular laws. Their principles inspired future legal systems to prioritize ethical values, emphasizing the need for justice and accountability in all aspects of society. The Code of Hammurabi, proportional justice. While the Ten Commandments were rooted in moral guidance, other ancient societies developed more detailed legal codes. One of the most famous is the Code of Hammurabi, written in Mesopotamia around 1754 BCE. Hammurabi's code consisted of nearly 300 laws carved into stone, covering everything from property disputes to criminal punishment. Its famous principle, an eye for an eye and a tooth for a tooth, reflected a belief in proportional justice, ensuring that the punishment fit the crime. This code also introduced the idea of legal transparency. By displaying the laws publicly, Hammurabi ensured that everyone knew the rules and could be held accountable. This marked a shift toward a more organized and accessible legal framework, laying the foundation for the rule of law. Segment 2. The rise of common law. In the United Kingdom, the Magna Carta, a landmark in legal history. Centuries later, in medieval England, the Magna Carta of 1215 marked another turning point in legal history. Signed by King John under pressure from his barons, the Magna Carta established that no one, not even the king, was above the law. The Magna Carta introduced key principles that remain central to legal systems today, such as the right to a fair trial and protection against unlawful imprisonment. While it was initially a practical solution to a political crisis, its broader implications were profound. Over the years, the Magna Carta became a symbol of constitutional governance and the rule of law. It inspired legal reforms not just in England, but across the world, influencing everything from parliamentary democracy to the United States Constitution. Common law, the power of precedent. Building on the principles of the Magna Carta, England developed the common law system, which remains one of its greatest contributions to legal history. Unlike statutory law, which is written and codified by legislatures, common law is based on judicial decisions and precedents. Judges resolve disputes by referencing past rulings, creating a consistent and adaptable legal framework. This approach ensured fairness while allowing the law to evolve with society. The principle of stare decisis, or adhering to precedent, became the backbone of this system. For example, if a court ruled on a property dispute, that decision could guide similar cases in the future. By the 17th century, common law had become the foundation of English legal traditions, influencing its colonies, including America. Segment 3. The United States legal system. The U.S. Constitution, building a legal foundation. When the American colonies gained independence, they inherited the common law system from England. But the framers of the U.S. Constitution sought to create a unique legal framework that balanced liberty, equality, and order. Drafted in 1787, the Constitution became the supreme law of the land. It established a federal government with 3 branches: executive, legislative, and judicial. This system of checks and balances ensured that no single branch could wield unchecked power. The Constitution also enshrined individual rights, further solidified by the Bill of Rights. These first 10 amendments guaranteed freedoms such as speech, religion, and due process, reflecting America's commitment to liberty and justice for all. Heavily influenced by English common law, the U.S. Constitution incorporated principles of fairness, accountability, and adaptability. It became a model for modern democracies, setting a high standard for governance and the rule of law. Landmark cases shaping modern law. Over the centuries, landmark Supreme Court cases have shaped the legal landscape of the United States. These decisions demonstrate the flexibility and resilience of the legal system, allowing it to address new challenges while remaining rooted in constitutional principles. For example, Brown v. Board of Education in 1954 overturned the separate but equal doctrine, ending racial segregation in public schools. This landmark case underscored the role of the judiciary in protecting civil rights and correcting injustices. Similarly, Miranda v. Arizona in 1966 established the rights of individuals in police custody, ensuring that suspects are informed of their rights to remain silent and to an attorney. These cases highlight the dynamic nature of the U.S. legal system. By interpreting laws in light of changing societal values, courts ensure that justice remains accessible and relevant to all citizens. From ancient commandments to modern constitutions, the history of law reveals humanity's enduring pursuit of justice. By understanding the past, we can better appreciate the legal principles that guide us today. Thanks for joining me on The Law Review. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more deep dives into the fascinating world of law. Until next time, stay curious and stay informed.